welcome to my channel. I want to be a cabin crew. Hi everyone! The most requested video is here. Tips for Qatar Open Day and Assessment Day. First of all, what is an open day? I see an open day as a pre-selection where everyone can go without applying online, without an invitation. Anyway, I recommend you to prepare well before attending an open day because you have to convince the recruiters in just 1 minute that you deserve to be shortlisted and get an invitation for the assessment day that will take place the second day. For those who haven't attended an open day, I will tell you shortly what happens during such an event. The event will be held in a conference room. 2 or more recruiters will sit behind desks and meet each candidate individually. You will wait outside until called forward. Once inside, you will hand over your documents to a recruiter. The recruiter will review your CV and you may be asked some short questions. The most common questions are: how are you? What is your current job? Why do you want to be a cabin crew? Or why Qatar Airways? If the recruiter considers that you are a suitable candidate, you will be given an invitation for the next day. Sometimes you can get the invitation via email or phone call later that day, but most of the times the invitation is given on spot. Let's start with the number 1 tip. Before attending an open day, I recommend you to have a look at the requirements. Don't make the effort to attend the event if you are not at least 21 years old or you cannot reach 212 centimeters with your hand. These requirements are not flexible. You can find all the requirements in my video called Qatar Airways Cabin Crew Requirements. I will post the link to that video in the description of this video. I don't want to make this video 1 hour long. This is why I will send you to few other videos from my channel. Tip number 2. Prepare your documents. You will be needing a CV and 1 passport type picture for the open day. During the final interview, you will also be asked to submit a copy of your passport and a copy of the highest educational certificate. After the final interview, you will be requested to submit online a full-length photograph. You can find a CV sample and tips for your CV in my video called Qatar Airways Cabin Crew CV Sample and Tips. Also, you can see what are the requirements regarding the 2 photographs that you need to have in my video called Photograph Requirements. Tip number 3. Do your online research. You should know when the airline was founded, who is the CEO, what types of aircraft they have, or what is their slogan. This research will help you answer the question, why Qatar Airways? Tip number 4. Prepare your attire. On the website is mentioned just formal business attire. What does it mean? For male candidates, wear a suit, shirt, classic shoes and a tie. For female candidates, I recommend a skirt and a shirt or a classic dress, accessorized with heels, a handbag and mandatory stockings. Don't wear any crazy colors such as green, pink or orange. I recommend you to choose black, grey, dark brown or navy blue. For your shirt, choose white or light blue. Few more important tips. Men should be clean shaved. Women should wear makeup. Males and females should wear a watch. A cabin crew must wear a watch at all times. Just try to look neat and professional. Don't wear unnecessary jewelry. Don't wear a skirt that is too tight or short. Wear comfortable shoes. Keep in mind that the event can take hours. Put your hair up in a bun or a ponytail. You can find all our grooming standards in my video called Grooming Standards. What lipstick colors can we wear, what nail polish colors are allowed, how the watch should look like, etc. You don't have to respect all those guidelines because they are made for cabin crew, but you can try to follow them as much as possible. If you don't have a watch that is up to our standards, don't buy one just for the open day. Tip number 5. Be sociable. Talk with the other candidates during the day. Don't sit in a corner buttoning your phone. Show that you're an outgoing person and you can make friends easily. Remember, as a cabin crew, you'll be working with different cabin crew every day. You don't need to speak to every single person in the room. Politely ask to join a group and encourage others to take part as well. Tip number 6. Smile. A cabin crew has to welcome his customers with a wide smile on his face. No matter that you are tired or you had a bad day, you need to smile and spread good energy around you. While handing out your CV, don't forget, offer it with a big smile on your face. Tip number 7. Eye contact. Make sure you make eye contact while handing out your CV or whenever you are interacting with the recruiters. It shows that you are confident, prepared, and honest. However, don't stare at the recruiters while talking with them. Just make the right amount of eye contact without exaggerating. Tip number 8. Body language. Be careful about your body language throughout the day, not only when you are in front of the recruiters. You can be watched at all times. Don't chew gum, remove your shoes, use your phone continuously, talk loud, etc. Tip number 9. What to say while dropping off your CV. I would suggest you to say something like this. Good morning, how are you? Or good morning, my name is Chris, this is my CV. Don't talk too much, but don't be silent while handing out your CV. Tip number 10. Considering that many times there are hundreds of candidates attending an open day, the most important thing is the connection that you create with the recruiter in that 1 minute of interaction. This is why you can see candidates wearing jeans receiving an invitation, because they were able to create a connection with the recruiter and show that they have the right personality for this job. They simply showed a genuine smile and spread positive energy around them. If you are lucky to get an invitation for the assessment day, let me tell you what stages you need to pass. The process is much easier now than it used to be. First of all, there is no group exercise or public speaking test. The assessment day will normally be held the day after the open day. You will be introduced to the airline and the role of cabin crew with a short presentation. You will learn about life in Qatar and have the opportunity to ask questions. This can go on for some time. Ensure that you remain engaged and respectful of the recruiters throughout the entire presentation. The first test of the day is the English test. This test used to include an essay and few math questions, but that is not the case anymore. Now this test includes 35 multiple choice questions and you need to solve it in 30 minutes. That is quite a lot, so you need to be fast, but at the same time you need to concentrate. There is a section where you have to write synonyms for some words. Then, a section containing dialogues between a customer and the cabin crew, and you need to fill some missing words. Also, you are given a text and there are 10 comprehension questions. I don't remember the questions and I don't think there is anyone with such a good memory. However, I will try to make a video as soon as possible with some similar exercises. After the English test, the first round of eliminations will be done. The second part of the assessment day is called Reach Test. You will go one by one into a separate room where you will be asked to reach 212 centimeters with your hand. Female candidates have to remove their shoes, but they can stand on tiptoes. Standing like a ballerina is not allowed. Male candidates don't need to remove their shoes, but they cannot stand on tiptoes. I advise you to remove your jacket before trying to reach the line if you know that you are near the limit. I know from some crew that yoga and swimming can help you stretch more. So, if you can currently reach few centimeters less, you should start exercising. Anyway, don't expect miracles. This will not help you stretch 10 centimeters more. After this test, the recruiters will ask you if you have any tattoo, scars or birthmarks. Keep in mind that tattoos are not allowed at all, visible or not visible in uniform, and you will be eliminated if you have one. Scars or birthmarks that are not visible in uniform are not a problem. If you are worried about the scars that are visible in uniform, check my video called Scars and Birthmarks. After this test, the recruiters will ask you to pick a piece of paper. On the paper you will find a question, such as, what is your biggest weakness? Why do you want to work for Qatar Airways? What are your best qualities? Tell me about a situation when you worked in a team. What would you change about yourself? Tell me about a situation with a happy customer. You don't have to talk too much, 1 minute is enough. Sometimes they don't ask you to pick a piece of paper, but they will ask you 1 or 2 questions based on your CV. After this, the last round of eliminations is done. The lucky candidates will have to pass the last step, the final interview. This can be held after the assessment day or you can be scheduled for the next day. It usually takes 10 minutes and you will be asked questions based on your CV. You can find the most common questions and the best way to answer them in my video called Final Interview Questions. After the final interview, the big waiting starts. How long does it take? It depends from candidate to candidate. It can take 1 month or it can take 4 months. You can see exactly what mails you are going to receive after the final interview in my video called Cabin Crew Medicals, What Happens After the Final Interview. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to discover more about Qatar Airways and cabin crew life. If you have any question, write it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer you. See you next time!